people will literally hate your guts because you won't allow yourself to be reduced to a casual hookup. Some of you guys, so whenever you get into a relationship and it's a mutual desire, your relationships more than likely was very lengthy. Okay, I'm talking years. But y'all also could have like some people who just cringe at the level of partners or the caliber of partners, and this is for men and women. Y'all could have people, friends, enemies, associates, family, whatever, who just was always jealous about how desired the partner that you've been with was, or how they will only receive a certain type of treatment, like casual treatment, with certain people. But when it came to how these people dealt with you, there was some level of royal treatment. There was some level of you being set apart, or them treating you with a higher regard, a higher standard. And so you guys definitely had people on their side, your side, literally working together, whether that was just through lies, gossip, slander, even like just mocking the person, calling them a simp and stuff like that. Anything they can say or do to try and encourage you or the other person to reduce the quality of treatment to you or to them. Okay, like they wanted to see you be treated with bottom of the barrel energy. They wanted you to be treated like they are used to being treated, right? These are people who are very triggered and jealous, like because you was treated with respect, you was treated with chivalry, you was given princess treatment or king treatment in your connections and stuff like that, and they was just treated like a casual fling, or if that, or overlooked, or getting what is it called when somebody friend you or put you in a friend's place or something like that. I can't even think of what the phrase is, y'all. While I'm hearing Trey Songz Mr. Still Your Girl, there's definitely a masculine here who got some other masculines jealous of him. Like I don't know if he embodied this Mr. Still Your Girl energy. There can be feminines that's hating on a divine feminine here who may feel like your Mrs. Still a player's heart, or still that person's heart, that no woman were able to get this man to treat them the way that they showed up with you. And you didn't have to buy this person into doing that. You didn't have to fuck this person into doing that. There could have been rumors and gossip of that for some of these situations. But what is given, like, those of you who are like truly pure hearted, okay, and you have this innocence about you, even if you've been in conflict or quarrels with people, in most cases, any of these conflicts were not you initiating the conflict. It was you defending yourself, or defending somebody you love, or defending somebody who is non-confrontational, or they may be a little bit more weaker natured when it comes to being bullied and being mocked and stuff like that. But you guys were never just the orchestrator of just blatant discord, or orchestrator of just demonic malicious energy. Like, that's not you, that's not who you are. Okay, and with you being that type of person to the core, you could have gotten people could have tried to misrepresent you or misinterpret your meanness, so to speak. And what I mean by that is you being rebellious to bullshit. That's what I like to say. I'm rebellious to bullshit. I'm not rebellious just for the sake of being rebellious and I think that this shit is cool. No, when I feel like something is wrong or something is not right, I'm that type of person. Like, I'm willing to take the risk of getting kicked out of school because, you know, I feel like what somebody is doing is wrong, what a teacher is doing is wrong, and I'm not about to submit to it. You know, I'm that person that's willing to risk, you know, take certain calculated risks to stand up for what's right. Okay, and so you could have even have a reputation of being that way, and these people or certain individuals could have tried to create their own narrative because they was jealous of the attention that you got for being that way. Okay, like there's something about certain type of men and women being attracted to you, that they were attracted to, that they wanted a certain kind of treatment from, a quality treatment from, that they just was not getting. Okay, and you kind of easily, or you get it with ease. Some of you guys with some of these people, you didn't even really care. You feel me? Like, listen, I remember I remember being in middle school. I got two stories for y'all. I remember being in middle school, and there was these two guys who were like the mean boys. Like, they were very intimidating. One of them in particular, it was him and a few of his brothers, but he was like that one out of his brothers that, you know, a lot of females would kind of just like, you feel me, just bow down to, because of his energy. He had big energy. And he was rebellious, like, he was, you feel me, like, and he will beat your ass. Like, if it came down to it, you know, somebody challenge him, he will whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those dudes. He was popular on the football team, you know, all type of stuff like that. And I remember, so he used to push his weight around, and I remember he thought he was gonna do that to me. I ain't give a damn about who you are, your reputation, how many people like you, love you. They can chant your name. I don't care about none of that. You feel me? Like, and I made that very clear with him. You know, so he called himself trying to scare me up. You know, pump fake me, intimidate me, and I stood up to him. And yeah, he was a whole dude, and I'm a whole girl. But I don't know if it's just like a spiritual thing to the core. Cause mind y'all, I'm just like, well, I had to be like, damn, how old was I? Shit. I had to be like 14, 15 years old. Yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, like within that time frame. Because that wasn't the first time I dealt with something like that from a quote unquote intimidating boy. Okay. And I kid you not. Tell me why he developed a crush on me just for standing up to him and like really not being with the bullshit. Like, I'm talking about he jumping at me, you know, for me to flinch and stuff like that, and I'm just as still as a rock. Like, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Like, you might be a dude, but I'll hit you with this damn chair. Like, but no, you're not about to try to put any fear in me. Like, there's just something, I just have this real oh, y'all, when I say I'm so rebellious to somebody trying to put fear in me, I'm so rebellious to it. Like, it's just, it's been in me for so long. Yeah, and it's like I will always challenge it for the most part now. Besides when I was a little girl, I still had that energy, but something that I eventually had to overcome was facing bigger girls who were bigger than me, older than me, like 2, 3 times my size. And yeah, so there was one time that I mentioned on this channel before when this girl knocked my head. I think I was like 7, 6, 8 years old, and this high schooler goddamn knocked my head like into some shit. You feel me? And she literally was just picking on me because I was quiet and pretty and well dressed. You know what I'm saying? Well kept. Because yeah. So going back to these two dudes, so there was another guy, similar thing. He walked around looking mean all the time. He was a new kid. You know, he developed a reputation. You feel me? People were scared of him. He tried to do the same shit with me, you know, try to intimidate me because he was used to people moving around. And same shit with him. Like, who the fuck you supposed to be? I don't give a damn who you think you are. Like, I don't care about none of that. So he ended up developing a crush on me. And it's always kind of been a pattern like that. Like, I mentioned on here one time before, there was a guy, he got best looking in his graduation class. And Now, he was actually a sweetheart through and through. Like, he was never mean to me, never bullied me. He really was a sweetheart. But he was very good looking. He played basketball, football, played well. We kind of grew up together. Because he grew up in the projects and my grandma lived in the projects. You know, like how Drake said, like, I ain't from the projects, but I was there because I had some, because I had some homies. I had some homies that lived there type shit. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, we all, we just was well acquainted. We all knew each other, was familiar with each other. So as we got older, um, he was always like what most people would define as very attractive. He was copper skinned, had hazel eyes, long good hair. Look, now I'm from South Carolina. We're indigenous Indians, okay? So he was a well good looking Indian, I'm gonna tell you that. I don't know his tribe, but he was very good looking. But I used to be kind of colorist, low key back then. Like, I used to prefer darker skinned people. And the only reason I said that is because I didn't like how certain lighter skinned guys, I didn't like all the attention, all the extra attention they would get simply from them being light skinned. And like other things that I witnessed was I just felt like it was something strange about how they carry themselves because they felt like they looked too damn good. And so, and it's not that I was fully colorist. I was just I would keep my distance from guys like that. You know what I'm saying? But he proven, and I know that was part of God wising, just keeping me wise and stuff like that. But he proven to like really be a good soul, good character through and through, like beyond his looks. Like, he was really a beautiful person beyond that. So he had a crush on me. And I was shocked. Like, I was shocked when I found out that he actually liked me. And that's another thing too. Like, if the person was like complete, like really, really good looking, like really, really good looking, I'm like, oh yeah, like I ain't even about to look their way. Like, he can have whomever he want. Like, why would I even look his way, But he expressed attraction to me. Again, it was so crazy because I low-key the hell out of him. I was like, okay, like I would talk to you, I would get to know you, and but this gotta be low-key low. And he, was moving in this very exclusive energy with me. Like, he wanted it to be known that he was talking to me, that he liked me and stuff like that. Now, mind you, this is a guy that most of the girls had a crush on, so you can see how that was problematic. I was super chill, laid back about it. Like, I was not pressed about it at all. So these are just examples. Like, I remember when I was looking through my first ever Facebook page the other day, and I was looking through some of my messages. Again, there's another guy who was really, really popular. Now, we're in the same class, like 2014, class of 2014. So in our class, he got best looking for the guys, right? Everybody knew he was fine and stuff like that. Everybody also knew he was a hoe. He he was a hoe. He was popping off like real early. You know what I'm saying? And he just could because so many girls was throwing it at him. So he could move like that. And I remember, he was actually related to one of my half siblings on their parents' side that I'm not related to. So yeah, so there was ways where we kind of connected, and so we started talking and stuff like that. And same thing, he treated me different than how he treated the other girls. You get what I'm saying? Like, he treated me with more respect. He was very honest with me, transparent with me. He would tell me all type of shit, like all of his scandals. He was telling me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was really on some, like, he really just trusted me. And I was looking back at my old messages the other day, and I saw how one one of our last messages, he messaged me and said, "Marry me?" ? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, "Well, since you don't know, never mind." And I was like, okay, like, relax. Like, it was just so funny. I say all this to say, y'all got people who just, not only are they bothered by the quality of mates or the people that they want, the people that they aspire to have or to be even looked upon by. Okay, like hell, that's why some people are okay with just settling for sex. Oh yeah, you can fuck my butt, you can fuck my ear, like just because they want to be looked upon or they want to deal with a certain guy, you know, or a certain girl so bad. Like, oh, I'll spend bad for you. I'll do da. And then you have those people like us where we don't have to do all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's really like we have a lot more respect for ourselves or a lot more discipline and self-control, and we can choose. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to people who feel like they have to fight, or it's giving scavengers, people who are allowing themselves to move out of this scavenger energy, which is a choice. They don't have to do that, but due to, you know, unhealed places within themselves and, you know, their low self-esteem or whatever spirits that they've consumed, whether it be through music, whether it's been through their upbringing, whether it's been through some form of bullying or being overlooked, whatever it was, okay, that grew within them to make them feel like they're not enough, okay, and that they have to settle for crumbs. These are people who, yes, they target you, they target your life, they're willing to try to home wreck, disrupt, whatever, because they want you to feel how you make them feel unintentionally. Like this is most in most cases it was unintentional for somebody to feel triggered or jealous by what you got going on in your personal life. It ain't got shit to do with them. It don't got shit to do with them. I remember when I found out that my quote unquote best friend when I was in high school with, how she was trying to flirt, you know, with the guy that I liked, that I was talking to and stuff, like behind my back. And it's like, dang, like that's crazy. I didn't know if that was like a get back, because she introduced me to this guy that she liked right before we went over to our next class. And so I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Da da da. Whatever. We turned around to walk away to go to class, me and her. This dude reached for my hand. Like when I turned around, it was like, yo. Now she's still walking. I turned around like, what? Like, what's wrong with you? So mind you, I don't know if he's about to say something about her, like in a good way. I don't know why he's stopping me. I turned around and he basically tried to holler at me. He tried to holler at me, y'all. The audacity. My best friend just brought me over here to meet you, the guy that she likes and has been talking to. And when we turn around to walk away, you pull me or you call me just to try to holler at me, her best friend. So I tell her, of course, I catch up with her. And I waited, you know, like I think like till we got in class or later on that day, and I told her like what he did, and she started moving funny with me. I'm like, well, damn, like I'm not trying to make you stop talking to him. I'm not trying to come in between y'all. He just tried to holler at me. Like, we supposed to be friends. Like, I don't want you talking to somebody like that. You feel me? But to her, you know, in her mind, from an insecure place, she need to tell herself that, you know, I was being messy or whatever. But really, I was being a real friend. Hence why me and her are not close anymore to this day. However, she's reached out to me since then several times, wanting to, you know, restore our connection. I'll tell y'all this. She's on one of those pictures that I posted on my post, yeah. But anyway, so I don't know if she called herself trying to get back at me, um, whatever, but some of you guys can resonate with situations like that. There was times when you showed up as a friend you were supposed to. That family member, that the family you were supposed to be. But these same family members did something to betray you or allow other people to influence them to, you know, work against you or try to fight you or whatever for clout. And they felt so empowered by these people hyping them up, boosting them up. You get what I'm saying? And it was a false sense of power. And in most cases, the outcome was, however it ended, it did not end well. And it ended with those same people, those same relatives or friends wanting to like recuperate or wanting to restore, you know, from the betrayal, you know, them betraying you and stuff like that. Now some of these people could feel some type of way because as time went on, you could have just felt like, you know, I'd just rather fuck with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could have been other things within the connection as time went on that you felt like was shady. It was given, okay, you didn't get the results that you wanted from when you did this, when you betrayed me this time, when you betrayed me this way. And so you're trying to find little ways to see, like, what's going to trigger me. You know what I'm saying? So what are we supposed to do with that? We're going to depart from evil because you're operating from a place of evil. So I'm going to depart from you. You feel me? Like, I'm not really here for the flattery. I'm not here for the, oh, hey, boo, hey, babe, ha, 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 ha. I'm not really here for that. You feel me? I can be cordial with you. You know, we can have cordial conversation. You know, most of them are surface level anyway. I can keep it surface with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go deep with you because I know you're incapable of that. I'm not even saying incapable, but you're unwilling. You get what I'm saying? So I can respect you where you are at and also understand and move accordingly that you're not where I am. And that's just that. But, you know, again, when people are motivated by their insecurities, right? They come up with all these different definitions of why you are moving the way that you're moving, and they just, you know, they prey on your downfall. They don't want you to have love. They don't want you to have money. They don't want you to have happiness, success, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? All, you know, in hopes that it will pull you down to their level. You know, they can finally see you triggered. They can finally see in a version of you be lived out that will appeal or appease their ego and their insecurities. Okay, that will soften the blow for them. Like, ain't that something? Ain't that something? So the reason why I came back to do another video saying this, because I feel like in the last video I just posted, I left it that very detailed out. Like, for once, for example, people wanting you to get in this desperate energy of just putting your dignity aside, or feeling like you being dignified and you being having integrity is in vain, and you know, you might as well, you know, be my little sneaky link. You might as well, you know, do like the rest of us and just settle for crumbs type shit. Like, why the hell would I do that? And God is giving me like the whole plate in this motherfucker. God is giving me the whole feast in this bitch that y'all are still desperately trying to get a chair to. Hold up. Hold, rewind. Y'all want a chair. Y'all was snatching food and crumbs off my shit. But you want me to walk away. Okay. You want me to walk away from my supper to come settle for some crumbs, for some dick, for some gifts, for some money, for some clout, for some attention? Fuck all that shit. And this is why you're problematic to these people. This is why, like, blah blah. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all tired of this shit. Listen, it's so old, basic, and raggedy. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Tell me. Yeah, people try to come back around. They want to show you, or flaunt their relationship, flaunt their materials, flaunt this, flaunt that, and they're still missing the whole point. It's like, but you're still insecure. How about you flaunt the fact that you actually healed? And that ain't even nothing to flaunt. You overcome the idea of even flaunting shit, because that's not what it's about. And if you gonna flaunt something, flaunt God. How about that? That's the difference between divine beings and a lot of these people. So, us recognizing who we are in God, you want us to settle for demonic energy and allow ourselves to be fed upon. Because that's literally what it is. Obviously, they can't offer nothing to us. But you want us to just lay down while these hyenas just rip us apart. Like, why would I do that? No, I'm going to be the leopard and I'm going to climb into the tree because hyenas can't climb trees, lions can't climb trees, but a leopard can. And my offspring, we all can climb the top of this tree. Well, I'm going to get our food. We're going to come to this top of this tree and we're going to chill. Like, I'm just saying,